He's a great player, and we'll go back and watch the tape. But he's fast. He made plays today. He basically beat us single handedly. Questions? Okay.
Pat, did you get a look at the pass interference call?
No, but there's a lot of calls I'd like to take a look at. But yeah, I got to look at it up there. Didn't look very good, but who am I to judge? There's a lot of things that didn't look good.
You know what happened on Darquez's return and the Adams? Did you see what?
No clue. No clue. No clue at all. I mean, that's just, talk about taking it out of kids' hands and putting it in somebody else's. It was a heck of a return by Darquez, and we said we were going to score today, and I thought we did. We got late flags 25 yards away from the ball. We'll see it. I don't know what the problem was, but I guess you're not allowed to block on defense. You can only block on offense.
There was a penalty called earlier for a high hit on the quarterback. What's the interpretation on it? Was it?
Ask them. I had no idea. It was, whatever.
But Pat, on the replay, it was shoulder to shoulder. Has there been a change? And isn't it just to the head?
Go ask those guys. They might be in a trailer somewhere.
When they got the ball back, Pat, on the last drive at the 20, were you thinking you could just keep them small?
We thought, they couldn't afford, they had no timeouts, couldn't afford to run it. And we thought we played a lot of coverage. We had a lot of 3- and 4-man rush, and thought we protected them. The one, that I think that someone might have jumped off sides. I didn't see it, but we lined up off sides. But they hit a big one at the seam, at the weak side, and we'll see the tape. That was a big play.
And I'm sorry if you've been asked, but you talk about the interference on Darquez at the end.
Players play, coaches coach, officials try to officiate the best they can. I guess they saw it that way. From the booth, I didn't see it that way.
With everything that's happened in the last 6 weeks, you start wondering if the stars are lined up against you.
Yeah. Again, our kids fight their tails off. I feel bad for the kids more than anybody because it hurts, and they play their tails off, and we just keep coming up short. But we'll learn from it and become stronger as a football team.
Does this feel different than any of the other fourth quarter late minute drives where the defense couldn't stop, or is it all the same?
All the same.
You talked a little bit about Martinez with his arm, especially what he did. Was there anything surprisingly better? Is he kind of playing better than last year?
Well, I think everybody gets better, and he was playing better. We saw it on tape, and they're number 1 offense in the Big Ten. So he's obviously not just a runner, although he can run it. Dual threat quarterback, and he's been throwing it well. So he made the plays where he needed to.
Pat, on those 2 long runs that Martinez had, what did you see as far as the defense and not containing?
Now, the second one, I should say, the second one, he just, the corner went up and cracked the safety, and, the corner thought it was a crack, or excuse me, maybe possibly, they run a lot of crack and goes on tape, and corner, pressed the number 1 receiver all the way into the safety got tied up, and we didn't have our extra guy down the box. We expect our safety to be down, but wide receiver ended up taking 2 on that one, and then Martinez was off to the races.
What was the big difference in containing the run in the third quarter compared to the first half?
I'll see the tape, but I have no idea.
Any way you could equate Taylor Martinez in terms of where he compared to Denard Robinson or Braxton Miller, the problems he presents, how he's different, how he's
faster than Denard. Even though he thinks he's as fast as Bull or whoever, but he's flat out faster. He's a good football player. He's good. I mean, he's not as big a tailback, as a Braxton Miller, but he's fast.
Anything else for Pat? That's good.